what's going on? It's a Block Bull right about now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel now. I'm glad to be back videoing for you guys, but I've just been so busy recently, so I do apologise. I'm not one to go missing. We've experienced a lot harsher conditions in the markets than we have been currently experiencing in recent times. Okay, so we're just on the crypto bubbles. We'll just highlight first and foremost, get through this very quickly. We'll dive into the sort of catalysts when I do see the markets going, and nothing's really changed, guys, in terms of the macro picture. However, things are delayed. Now, you can just about to see Onyx XCN crypto bubble here as I'm dragging it around the page. It's currently down 0.1% on the day, so not too bad on the day. However, on the weekly, obviously, there is a little bit more pain. You can see these crypto bubbles down here, especially Stronghold and ZBEC. They're down the greatest. Onyx XCN coin is down 9.1% on the week. So, you know what? Crypto across the landscape is taking a beating. There's only Sol up in sort of positive. Well, you got Trump as well up 2%. But besides those two, you know what? The market in this particular shortlist is taking a bit of a nosedive. However, we will come over to the chart shortly. This is the Onyx XCN coin chart. We will get over to the charts. I'm going to show you and share my predictions. I'm going to obviously show you guys a sort of risk to reward still involved with Onyx XCN coin, because with any technical analysis, it don't matter how good of a day trader, long-term trader, whatever, there's still probabilities, despite how much analysis you can get. Again, hedge funds, institutions, the very best retail traders are only right and correct 40% of the time. However, what they do is take net positive risk to reward trades, and that's how they do get ahead of the market. And what they then do is compound those gains. So I'm going to come over to the CME group here. They've got a really neat and tidy tool. Obviously, they've got the countdown as well for the next FOMC meeting. The markets are always literally revolving around. It's like us revolve around the sun. Okay, these revolve around Fed meetings, and it's all to do with Jerome Powell and interest rates. Interest rates dictate exactly what happens to institutional money, because this is where the money is made and lost, depending on the strength of the euro, the US dollar, the British pound, the Japanese yen, etc., etc. It's where the money goes, and then with that money, they will then buy assets, for example, like commodities, gold, silver, copper, you name it. And then obviously digital assets, for instance, institutions love to buy Bitcoin. Then Bitcoin, it usually flows to Ethereum, down to large caps, down to micro gems, etc., etc. So ultimately, we are literally 15 days away now, just over 2 weeks away before we get a decision in terms of the interest rates. Now, this is exciting. We have been waiting all year for interest rates to be cut. And at the time of recording, you can see quite clearly here, this is changing day to day, guys. So you guys can take a look at this and keep tabs on this yourself day to day. Now, the target rate probabilities for 17th of September, we are looking at a 91.8% chance interest rates will be cut, which is hella bullish for crypto, guys. So if you're literally uncertain in the markets now, just hold the bag. Don't be looking to trade the bag now over the next couple of weeks, thinking, you know what, I can't withstand the pain anymore. Let's cut my cloth and then I'll look to rebuy a little bit lower. That's not what I'm thinking right now. We are literally 15 days away. We're 9 months into the year. We have held this long, or you've traded through. Ultimately, we're 15 days away now from this key announcement with these interest rates cut. Like I say, the probability is on our side. If you're not holding crypto right now, with the chance of with these sort of statistical odds, you're a fool. You don't want to be playing around now, 15 days out. However, there is an 8.2% chance that rates remain the same. Again, there's always risk and there's always reward. There's nothing 100% certain until that Jerome Powell comes out and says categorically interest rates are going to be cut, which won't be till the 17th of September, guys. So in my view, you need to hodl based on the fundamental analysis. So that is the news in terms of what we know, okay? Now, if I come and take a look at the chart with Onyx XCN coin, nothing has changed, guys. We've still got these 2 yellow lines in here. So I've still got buy orders. I've still got dry powder, so I can sleep at night, yeah? There's nothing worse than having all of your eggs in one basket, or all of your sort of the money deployed into the markets, because you know what, ultimately it's peaks and troughs in these markets, guys. You can't predict when the peaks and troughs are going to go, other than actually setting out these specific dates when you know you're going to get these key decisions. So on the 17th of September, I do expect some sort of large swings, whether to be the upside or to the downside. Now, for me, like I said, if we're going off these statistics and these probabilities, there's approximately 92% chance we are going to make a move to the upside. Okay, does that mean crypto can continue to fall in the interim over the next couple of weeks? For sure. And this is why I've got these key levels in here. So this is what I've noticed with Onyx XCN coin here. So this was back in the 23 market here. You can see here this sort of support here where we've got this sort of consolidation. Okay, this consolidation for me lasted approximately, there's about 41 days there. We did get a bit of an up thrust there, but ultimately we actually lost support. We lost support after around 55 days worth of consolidation, in my view. Okay, and one sort of you heavily invested in crypto right now, you need the best tools at your disposal. So why not consider joining the crypto Discord, which features AI technology, covering all of your favorite and the most popular cryptos out there. Key features would include the AI crypto data, the metrics, the trade setups, price targets, heat maps, technical indicators, the traders lounge, and much, much more. Take advantage of your free trial today. Link below in the description. Once we lost support, obviously, that just spelled absolute blood in the markets. And this is where we've created this sort of bottom now. Now, I believe we are creating a sort of cup and handle for Onyx XCN coin. So we come down here, and then ultimately we're creating the cup. And then right here, we are now creating the handle. So the handle is still forming. There's another 2 weeks worth of forming, in my opinion, of this sort of handle here, which has been set ever since we got that sort of 20x out of sort of January time here. You can see this point here. At this point, let's just, there we go, select that. So we got a good sort of 20x up there in that sort of spell there, which was absolutely fantastic if you was in Onyx XCN coin before that particular move. Now, again, we've been sort of consolidating again. If I just take out these support lines, which is where I've got my orders, I'll just come off the screen here. You guys can zoom in. In fact, I'll zoom in for you guys. It's at these yellow sort of targets here. So this is where I've actually been accumulating more Onyx XCN coin here, which is approximately around 1 cent in the yellow price. And then I've actually got some more dry capital actually ready to be deployed. And I've got a buy order in around 0.0043. So this is where I've got my dry capital, just in case the worst happens from now up until the 17th of September, which I've got highlighted here in this vertical line, guys. So you always need to hedge your bets, guys, because you can't be 100% sure what's going to happen. Now, again, if we just do the simple sort of, the closures where resistance is coming in. So say, for example, I'm just going to take the daily highs here. So this was a daily high back in January. So that is the highest daily close that we've had this year. And if we come down here, I can see a little bit of a splitter coming on here. So I do believe we are battling some sort of resistance and area of support. So you can see here where we're getting these wicks into the resistance. We've had a lot of rejection. Now we had a little bit of success here through July. So July we did run up, and then we did come down and been grinding down this area of support. Now, for me, Onyx XCN coin has lost support, so it's not looking too good. However, market makers do love to manipulate prices and retail traders. So this could be potentially a sort of fake out in order to sort of spook the market, if you will. Ultimately, though, we are still creating higher highs. So long as we actually stay above this sort of swing low down here, which was set in April time, I am happy. Yeah, we're currently trading around here. So we're still creating higher highs, which for me is bullish. Okay, like I say, guys, make sure to continue to hodl. That is my view. If you have got any spare capital, I wouldn't be aping in at these prices, despite them being absolutely fantastic and undervalued as it is. Like I say, guys, always prepare for the absolute worst. In my opinion, like I say, 0.004, 344, around that sort of figure. Okay, guys, I hope that helps. Again, we'll just let this play out, but ultimately, you've got to back the statistics, guys. I am a statistical trader. I will always back historical data. I've been wrong numerous times, guys, which is why you should never follow anybody for financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It's all for education and entertainment purposes. But what I will say is I always follow statistics. So if I'm wrong in regards to the interest rates, then fair enough. I will hold my hands up and I will say I was wrong. But I will always back the probabilities. I'll always go with the most favorable outcome, guys. Anyway, guys, I've been a Block Bull. Until next time, it's great to be doing videos again. I've been a Block Bull. Until next time, the Block Bull is over and out.